Sikshayati, platform for eminent authors, engaging teachers, successful students. To know more, email. Adjustments of final accounts compilation. Example, the trial balance as on March 31st March 2015 is shown below. Debits credits are not specified here. You have to assume properly and check trial balance accuracy. The balances are shown: plant and machinery 40,500, furniture and fittings 15,250, bank overdraft 1,60,000, capital account 1,15,000, drawings 15,000, purchases 2,30,500, opening stock 1,32,250, wages 22,325, provision for doubtful debts 5,700, provision for discount on debtors 1,375, sundry debtors 1,52,500, sundry creditors is 77,500, bad debts 2,200, bad debts recovered 1,250, salaries 32,650, salaries payable 5,350, prepaid rent 500, rent 6,500, carriage inwards 2,350, carriage outward 3,250, sales is 2,90,600, advertisement expenses 6,550, printing and stationery 2,200, cash in hand is 2,300, cash at bank is 7,500. Adjustments to be made. The bank overdraft outstanding as on 31st March accounted for 80% of drawing power. Such drawing power is ascertained by deducting 20% as margin from the value of stock as on that date. Purchases include sales return of 5,500. Sales include purchases returns of 4,750. Goods withdrawn by M for own consumption 7,500 was included in purchases. Wages paid includes installation charges of plant and machinery rupees 750, depreciation on plant and machinery at 15% on furniture and 10% per an 10% provision for doubtful debts required at the 5% and provision for discount on debtors is 2.5%. A debit balance of 2,500 in the account of RAM, a creditor, is included in the list of sundry debtors. Free samples distributed for publicity costing 1,500. Difference in the trial balance, if any, can be taken as miscellaneous income. Rectification entries. Sales return 5,000. So the entries for rectification is sales return debit 5,500, purchase 5,000, credit 5,500, amount of sales return included in purchase. Sales debit 4,750 to purchase return credit 4,750 towards amount of purchase return included in sales. Drawings debit 7,500 to purchases credit 7,500, goods withdrawn by proprietor for personal use. Plant and machinery debit 750 to wages 750, machine installation charges included in wages. Advance to supplier debit 2,500 to sundry debtors creditors 2,500. Advance to suppliers included in sundry debtors. Advertisement free sample is 1,250 debit to purchases 1,250, cost of free samples given for publicity. Trial balance. Now after considering the above rectification entries and the figures given above, we prepare the trial balance. So in the debit balance side, we will find the debit balances: plant and machinery 41,250, furniture and fittings 15,250, drawings 22,500, purchases 2,16,250, opening stock is 1,32,250, wages 21,575, sundry debtors 50,000, advance to supplier is 2,500, bad debts is 2,200, salaries 32,650, prepaid rent is 500, rent is 6,500, carriage inwards is 2,350, carriage outward is 3,250, returns inward is 5,500, advertisement 8,000, printing and stationery 2,200, cash in hand is 2,300, cash in bank is 7,250, and the total debits is 6,74,275. Now we arrive at the closing balances after making the correction entries, rectification entries as above and the figures given above. So the bank overdraft is 1,60,000, capital account is 1,15,000, returns outward is 4,750, provision for doubtful debts is 5,700, provision on discount on debtors is 1,375, sundry creditors 77,500, bad debts recovered is 1,250, outstanding salaries or salaries payable is 5,350, sales is 2,85,850. So the total of credit balance is 6,56,775. The problem states that any difference should be considered as miscellaneous income, the balancing figure. So the balancing figure is 6,74,275 minus 6,56,775 is equal to 17,500 credit. So the miscellaneous amount income would be 17,500. This trading account. Now we compile the trading account from the above final figure of trial balance. So in the income side is sales 2,90,600, to which will be reduced the purchase return wrongly included 4,750, and sales return is 5,500. So the net amount comes to 2,80,350. The closing stock is to be computed from the drawing power. Drawing power is 90%, 1,60,000. So that gives a figure of 2,50,000 as the closing stock. Now in the debit side is opening stock is 1,32,250 as given. Then purchases is 2,30,500 minus goods withdrawal for personal use is 7,500, and sales return wrongly included 5,500. Purchases return is 4,750 and free sample is 1,250. So the net purchases comes to 2,11,500. Carriage inwards is 2,350. Wages is 22,375. Minus the installation of plant and machinery, which is debited to capitalized, which is debited to plant and machinery account. So the net wages charged to profit and loss account is 21,575. So the difference between credit and debit side of profit and loss account is trading account is 1,62,675, which is the gross profit carried to profit and loss account. Now we compile the profit and loss account from the figures given. So in the credit side is gross profit transferred from trading account is 1,62,675, and bad debts recovered is which was previously treated as bad debts, written off, now recovered, so it's income for the current year. So 1,250 is credited, and miscellaneous income 17,500 computed from the difference between trial balance is also credited. The debit side is we get salaries 32,650, rent 6,500, advertisement 6,750 plus free sample 1,250, so that gives 8,000 for advertisement. Printing and stationery 2,200, bad debts written off is 2,200, carriage outward is 3,250, provision for doubtful debts required is 7,500 was provided, and the existing is 5,700, so further provision is required for to the extent of 1,800. Provision for discount is similarly computed 3,563 minus 1375, so 2,188 for the provision required. Depreciation on plant and machinery at 15% is 6,187, and at the rate of 10% on furniture is 1,525. So the total depreciation is 7,712. So that gives the net profit, that is difference between the credit and debit side of profit and loss account, is 1,14,925, which is carried to capital account in the balance sheet. Balance sheet. Now we compile the balance sheet from the above figures. The capital is 1,15,000 plus net profit carried from profit and loss account is 1,14,925. Drawings is reduced 15,000, and also goods withdrawn for personal use is 7,500. So the capital account is 2,07,425. Bank overdraft is 1,60,000, sundry creditors is 77,500, and salary payable is 5,350. In the asset side is plant and machinery 40,500 plus installation charges capitalized 750, so that gives 41,250, to which depreciation is provided at the rate of 15%, that is 6,187, so the WDV value is 35,063. Furniture is 15,250 minus depreciation at the rate of 10% is 1,525, so the written down value is 13,725. Closing stock is 1,60,000. That is computed, back computed from the drawing power. So the closing stock comes to 2,50,000. Sundry debtors is 1,52,500 minus this includes 2,500, so it is 1,50,000 minus provision for doubtful debt is 5%, so that is 7,500, that comes to 1,42,500, to which provision for discount is provided at 2.5%, that is 3,563. So the sundry debtors, net sundry debtors is 1,38,937. Advance to supplier is 2,500, prepaid rent is 500, cash at bank is 7,250, and cash in hand is 2,300. So the total of assets and liabilities comes to 4,50,275. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly write your comments. Click on the red subscribe button at the bottom of the video to get more details and free ebook. Email us.